alert is walking down Euclid. How is it walking down Euclid and I don't have it? What do you want us to do? Hang up. Dumb question. Call the police. Mm-hmm. Somebody got my life alert.
Wow.
But they were actually on their way to bring my life alert to me in the hospital. So, whenever you're in the hospital, because the nurses, and the people, they be doing so much stuff, unhooking and unplugging, make sure you get your items. Because I would look real crazy walking around. I go to the hospital, and I take me up to my room, and I'm like, wait, hold on. My legs, somebody done stole my legs. How that's going to look? Mr. Dixon, we can't find your legs. They should have been down there. As a matter of fact, you should have put them back on me when you got through looking at my stumps. Y'all decided y'all want to put them over there in the chair. Somebody walked right in there and got them out the chair. They didn't walk away on their own. You know.
What I don't understand is when you going through, ambulance bring you to the hospital.
Woo!
And it's a medical emergency. I'm trying to figure out why they got to search every pocket on
Oh my God.
I could be literally having a stroke. I remember one time my pulse rate
Your water
was going up. You said,
your water breaks you stuck.
and he was like, hold on, I gotta check your pockets, I gotta check your purse. I'm over there like you can do all that once you admit me into the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get me through the door first. Like, good grief.
Hey, the police officer got shot. They stopped. No, we have to search him.
I see.
The police is shot, y'all. He bleed. Hold on.
That is crazy. And I get it because you
Take
got
your belt off, take your badge off. Anything that's electric, take it off.
Yeah.
Our hospital strict, boy.
I mean, and it's really sad that we are living in times like that where you just, I mean, the security is folks talking about, and I get it, you got people coming up in the hospital and they want to do things and this and that and the other, but I don't know what to say about that. It's like, what if I was in a coma and y'all sitting there trying to check my pockets?
Ma'am,
What am I gonna
empty
do?
your pockets.
They gonna be like, open your eyes. Now open your pockets.
I was in the hospital back in 2022 and sitting there watching the news, and the guy got mad at the police, at the doctor. They did a procedure on him or whatever, did a surgery, and the surgery he didn't wait for the surgery after this done surgery. You know, you got to heal, and you got to, everything you do in this world, in your life, there is a process.
Are you leaning back in your chair? What happened to your head?
Oh! Oh, okay. I got comfortable.
I had to wait. We still recording a minute. Now I gotta find you. Okay, there you go.
Hey.
I was like, what happened to his head? This is a little
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. You got two blind people trying to do a
directing,
show.
producing.
I'm like, where your head?
Mic check, please.
I was like, where did he go?
So, the man didn't let the process take its course, the surgery take its course. And he went to the doctor's office and he killed the doctor. Now, the innocent people. He killed the doctor, the nurse, some of the people that were in the waiting room. Anybody that had eyes, he killed them. Luckily, the waiting room was not full of people. I mean, people don't let, stuff take its course, man. I had to, everything that I've been through in my life, losing my legs and losing my fingers and losing my vision, there's a process. My eyes didn't go overnight. Now my right eye, I don't know what that dude did. He stuck something in my eye and it just went black. And I ain't been able to see out of it ever since.
What?
I hope I'm looking at the screen, y'all. I don't know.
I hope you're looking at it too. I hope the camera on you.
Hope the camera on. I'm recording. People. I don't know. I've been through something in the last from 1992 up until 2026. It's.
I forgot what year it was. When is 2024?
I say my first amputation came in 2017. Then I got, then May the 12th, y'all. I need y'all to help me celebrate. May the 12th. I got February the 27th, I got my first amputation was my pinky. He wanted to shoot me in my pinky toe.
No, you didn't go to the movie.
All the nights, baby, my pinky toe. Then later on, a few months later in May, I received my kidney transplant.
Now, see, in the last video, you didn't talk about your kidney transplant. You talked about the amputations.
Amputations, yeah, I did have a May the 12th, 20. Don't be alarmed, y'all. That's just my Dexcom going off. You know that thing that reads your sugar and all that stuff all day. So I got all kind of devices that make noise. I'm something just so beeping and stuff. May the 12th, 2017. I got it'll be 9 years this year. I got a kidney transplant, y'all.
Now, what do they say? Do they say anything about a life expectancy? You know, when you have major surgeries like that, is there any precautions?
I mean, I have to make sure I drink plenty of fluids. Of course, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke marijuana, I don't cocaine, heroin, none of this. I don't do none of this stuff. Luckily, I had a heart attack as well in 2022. Luckily, I got my kidney transplant before I had my heart attack.
What?
If I would have had a heart attack back then, I would have been automatically disqualified. Cancer. And
so your heart got to be good.
The heart has to be good.
Oh, okay. That's something to learn.
They give you a stress test, y'all. This stuff is crazy. You know, either they put you on a treadmill, or these folk had an AM, FM radio.
Wait a minute.
Hooked up to an IV.
Stop. The radio was hooked up to the IV.
It was something like a radio hooked up to the IV. They said, all right, Mr. Dix, we finna turn it up. They turned it up, and this is how it was. My heart is beating normal now. Then they turned it up, you heard. Then it gets louder and louder. Then it gets louder and louder. Then it gets louder and louder. Literally, I'm like,
what's the sound from?
That's my heart beating.
Your heart beat like that?
Beating. They turning it up. They turning it up. They literally turning up the volume on my heart. They got a lot of doctors around. So they say, I can't say it. I don't know.
Yeah, might have been nobody.
Right. Ain't nobody know but the person turning up the volume. Sound like I'm in a Big and Small video. Boom, boom. Computer line.
Now, what they did for me when they gave me a stress test, I wasn't on no treadmill. They just put that stuff in you and they had you lay in the bed.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what I'm talking about. They had me laying on the bed. I'm laying there. And they just turned, I'm just laying there. They turning my heart up like a radio.
Yeah. I didn't even hear mine, though. It was just, I felt like I was running. Yeah, it was the stuff they put in. They put it in your IV. And that stuff, it feel kind of cool when it go through, and it go through your body, and then they
that was some Bud Ice. That was some Bud Ice.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Okay. Well, it had me running, but I was still. I felt like I was running. I said, man, this is crazy.
Yep, they turned my heart up and then they turned it down.
And then I started breathing. So then the lady came closer. She said, "Just breathe." She said, "What you don't want to do is try to hold your breath." She said, "Just breathe." So I said, "I'm running." She said, "No, ma'am. That's what it feels like, because it wants to, test you to see how your heart is under stress." And then they did the second test where they had you like calm and relax and see how it goes then.
Give me a remote control and ESPN. Here we come.
Yeah,
BET.
Yeah. The stress test, it was something else.
They put you on the. Hey, one time they put me on the stress. They did a stress test. They had my daddy records.
Here's your daddy record.
Remember on Fred Sound? I want my daddy records.
I was just gonna say that. I want my daddy record.
Yeah, I'm walking on the treadmill. And I looked, I said, Calvin Dixon born in 19. I was like, that ain't none of me. Boy, in one swipe, that man snatched every sticker, everything he had hooked up on me that had adhesive on it came off.
Did you take your skin? Wow, because they had to redo it.
So that's a lawsuit.
Oh.
It could have been a lawsuit. You got me hooked up just like when you was calling in and that man, he typing in your information and that wasn't you.
Yeah.
He was looking at,
Yeah.
Like on Fred Sanford again. He's on the episode where he switched the record things out. He had to go on there. The man had to have they had to put his hemorrhoids back in. Fred Sanford didn't know it. He switched the tabs.
Now, how long did it take for you to wait on your transplant?
It took me. I was on dialysis for 8 years.
Now, what was that like? Because I hear a lot of stories about some people say
dialysis is all in how you do it. I did dialysis for 8 years, and like I say, I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. Smoke is not marijuana, y'all, if you don't know what that is. I don't do none of that, so that's pretty much almost healthy. And you got a fair chance. And I didn't do a lot of over drinking. Because if you do you have to be careful with what you're eating. And as far as like what you're drinking, like your corns, your green beans, your lettuce, your what's the lettuce? Your romaine lettuce.
That's with the kidney transplant.
Yeah, you have to be careful with the diet because you don't want to be got too much fluid on, because if you do, they take too much off, you'll be cramping. Then they're literally going to put a lot of that fluid back on, so you can stop cramping. Yeah. Give you a lot of salt. They literally just take ramen noodle broth, mix it together, and give it to you, where you putting on more fluid. So you have to. I'll say this: you have to respect whatever disease that you have. You have to respect it. You live. If you don't give it, just like you won't respect, you're gonna give it. You have to respect it. I'm a church boy. Been in church all my life. Father God, in the name of Jesus, you heal. But if you don't trust and believe that you're healed, but you still have to go to the doctor. Jesus wouldn't have created the physicians if we didn't need them. We need them. Yeah. So you still need to go to the doctor. If you need psychiatric help, you still need to go see your psych doctor. Yeah. He put him here for a reason. Yeah.
Now, when you was on the what's it called, the transplant list, and you was waiting on the kidney, how long did that take?
I was on the list for 8 years. I was on the first few years. I was at the bottom of the page, and I say by my 6th year of waiting, third year of waiting, I was moved up to the top of page 2, and I waited from there. And I had my last day May the 10th
Mm.
of 2017. I went that Wednesday, and that Thursday I got a call. Mr. Dixon, we found a kidney for you.
Mm.
And he said, well, we got to tell you the kidney is HIV positive. I said,
So for the audience, you were called as a candidate for a kidney, and they told you
I was an alternate.
Oh.
They said, well, why don't this what happened? They called me. They told me that kidney had HIV. I called my ex-wife and I called my cousin. Cause you got to be on the same page with everybody.
Yeah.
I told them what they said. They said, no, we don't want that one. We're going to return that back to sender. We're going to turn that back to sender. And they called me back later on that day, and I was like, okay. They said, well, we got one. Well, this is how we're going to do it. Why don't you just come to the hospital and come and be an alternate? Go to the registration. I'll tell you where to go. And I did that, and my ex-wife and her husband came and picked me up. Fat people, we stopped at Hardee's, got something to eat and all this stuff.
On your way to getting the kidney?
To getting the kidney. They wanted some Hardee's, so we went to Hardee's, got them some food, something to eat, and went to the hospital, got registered in, and sat there and did everything I needed to do. Got admitted to the hospital, and I think at that time my ex-wife number 2, my father-in-law, my step-mother-in-law, and my son came up. My ex-wife, her husband, and my daughter came up. Somebody else came up. And my ex-wife's mother, she came up. They came up to see me or whatever. And I talked to my other cousins on the phone. My mom and dad, my brother, and my other baby sister was not. They're not here. No, they're no longer here. They're deceased. So it's just me and my older sister, which she was at work. She runs a restaurant here in St. Louis.
Shout out to Sanjay Soul
Food Restaurant, 9841 West Florissant. Holler at your girl. She is also on Google. SOENJA''S. So she couldn't come.
Mac and cheese is delicious.
And I waited. Everybody came to see me later on that night. I went to bed about 4:30, about 4:30 in the morning. They came in, Mr. Dixon, wake up. I'm like, what's going on? They said, well, you've not the primary, not the alternate anymore. You've become the primary. And I was like, okay.
Now, what does that mean, alternate?
Alternate is like, just like a substitute. Just like a substitute,
So you was gonna get a substitute kidney?
No, I was gonna go like that person that was like it happened. That person didn't get the kidney. I was next in line.
That's a weird terminology.
I was next in line. Yeah.
Okay.
I was no longer the alternate. I became the primary, and I went in and I got me a kidney. My ex-wife. She was right there. She went down to surgery with me. She talked to me. She prayed with me. She encouraged me and told me everything was gonna be all right. And I'm like, I know that. I've been through a few surgeries, and when I woke up, she was there. She had went to work there. I don't know. The surgery was like 8 to 10 hours. I went in and they started surgery at about 6 o'clock that morning. And the weird thing that happened right before my surgery is I'm talking to the people, they come in and introduce themselves, and the one young lady came in and she introduced herself, and she came in and did what she was supposed to do, doing my vitals and stuff. And I was talking about my sister's restaurant. This is how you need to make sure you make sure you talk to people like you got some sense and respectful, because you never know who you're entertaining. You can be entertaining an angel unawarely. I was entertaining a family member unawarely. Come to find out that the young lady that was there was my sister. Me and my sister has different moms, same father, different mom. Same father, but different mothers. Was her mother's sister's granddaughter. I was so glad I wasn't down there acting a fool with those people. Because she sure would have been like, because I met her when at my sister's birthday party. I was standing up there just mingling around with the family or whatever. She walked up to me. She said, "I know you from somewhere." I said, "Where do you know me from?" She said, "You had to have surgery or something." I said, "You work at the hospital." And I say, keep talking, and I asked her name. She told me her name. I was like, I remembered her. So you have to make sure you're entertaining, you're being respectful with people, because when you're going up under that knife, can't nobody save you. Then I met another lady that I would play the drums for. I'm a musician. She played the piano at at another church, and they would come to our church all the time and visit. And she had to have a kidney transplant, and she was helping them perform my kidney surgery. So it's been 9 long years with me, y'all. I've been doing the best I can to keep this kidney. I think.
So is it like 2 or 1?
I have inside of my body. I have 3 kidneys. They took my kidneys in my hips, and the other kidney is where it's supposed to be. They didn't take those kidneys out because that'll be a whole nother surgery. And I still do have my dialysis port in my arm. I still have that in my arm.
Got a pair of kidneys where?
Tucked in my hips.
Tucked in your hips.
They tucked them in my hips. They didn't take them out because that's a whole nother surgery. Yeah.
Right.
And they don't take your dialysis port out. That'll stay in for the rest of your life, because in case this kidney was to fail, I'm already ready for dialysis. They would have to just do a little small procedure to get me back to where dialysis, where as a man,
So the port, how big is the port that got to stay in your
my arm?
Yeah.
It's
about big as a Tootsie Roll, like the Tootsie Roll. Remember them Tootsie Rolls back in the day?
No, I actually got a plastic pipe, like a plastic tube in my arm. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but don't move the camera.
Okay.
It's like a tube, and it runs from my muscle in the middle of the bend of my arm on both sides, like from this side, from the inner part, as a U. Go down my arm, back up, and it crosses over into a vein. And this is where in this tube in my arm, I got one on each side. The one on the left side is the side where they stick in where the blood comes out, and the right side is the side where the blood returns back into me when they're cleaning my blood. But I'm no longer on dialysis, so they don't have to clean my blood.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a smooth 8-year wait. I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't in demand. I waited my turn. And I like I said, you have to, whether you got heart problems. I also have the trait of sickle cell, so my body does sometimes ache. Not all over my body, just like in my legs. I suffer from neuropathy.
Now with the amputations, that's the thing with there's people that say that you still have the sensation.
Phantom pains.
Yeah.
Feels like my feet are still there. I had an aunt. One day we was at the house and the kids were playing. My little cousin he was so skinny, he could fit through the bars. And he fit through the bars, and before she knew it, she thinking her leg is still there.
Uh-huh.
And she had the one leg and she jumped up thinking she gonna walk, and she fell. Because it felt like her leg was still there. Yeah, that's phantom pains. Like feels like my leg, I can still like my feet is still. I can have like a foot ache, like my ankle is hurting, or I got a sore calf. My legs are cut below the knee. So that's the best way, possible. Below the knee and above the knee. Above the knee, that's the worst kind. They say it's not easy to deal with. Yeah.
Wow. I'm still amazed by the 3 kidneys.
Yeah, but the other 2, they don't work. They don't work. Wow. Yeah. Everything is a process. Diabetes is a trigger for everything. It is a trigger for everything. My mom, all of my mom's sisters, except for one, I have one aunt left on my mom's side. Yeah. Everybody had diabetes. All of my mom's sisters had diabetes. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you.
We would have diabetes parties.
Not diabetes parties.
We would have diabetes parties. My auntie, her thing just, all of us would go, oh, your sugar is 250, yours is 300. My auntie just said, hi. Yeah. Hers would always be just out of whack. You have to, even if you're not eating right, you have to at least make an attempt.
Yeah.
You know, you have to at least make an attempt. If you make an attempt, you know, it'll work out for you. You know better, you do better. If I knew then what I know now, y'all, I used to weigh 350 pounds. I think now, when I got out of the hospital the last time, I was sick in it's a couple years ago, 2024. That was the last time I was sick. Well, as far as dealing with my other stuff going on.
Yeah.
I got out the hospital, I was 150 pounds soaking wet. I was 150 pounds soaking wet. So I've been in a fight for my life since 1992 after I graduated from high school. You know.
Now, how old were you when the vision was being affected?
The vision started being affected in like 2009. 2009. I remember the last incident I went to the doctor, and I was on my way back home, and I was just driving along. Couldn't hardly see. Couldn't hardly see. And I think I was maybe a good, give or take, maybe good, give or take 15 to 20 yards from a construction site. Luckily, nobody was at the construction site, or I wouldn't be sitting out here today, y'all. I'm serious. And I got home and I had to tell my wife. And that was the last day I drove a car.
But the day before, your vision was okay?
Vision was okay and everything, you know.
So it
would come and go. It would come and go.
Okay.
But I say this, before I got on dialysis, I was at work and I noticed my legs would swell up. My legs would feel like jello. That concrete will beat you down. Concrete will beat you down whether you wanted to or not. and I'm at work, but I knew to elevate my legs. I'm also a CNA. I knew to elevate my legs and the swelling would go down. I would go back to work, do what I had to do. By the time I got done with work, my legs would start shaking like jelly. I'm gonna go sit down for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I go get in my car and I go home. Went on a cruise, and that's when I had to tell my wife something was going on that I didn't even know what was going on. Didn't know I'm all the way in the Bahamas, but didn't know that I was in renal failure.
Now,
Didn't
what
know.
is that?
Renal failure is where your kidneys are failing.
Mm.
Yeah, your kidneys are failing. I'm still peeing, but at a slower rate. I'm not peeing as much as I should. Drinking a lot of fluids, but I'm not peeing out a lot, you know.
Mm.
And I didn't know what was going on until we got off the ship, docked, and we was in the Bahamas, and we walking, and she finna turn around and take a picture. And I guess she zoomed the camera, and the first thing she did was look down.
Mm.
And she looked, because I didn't have on any socks. I had my shoes on, my tennis shoes on. I had some white tennis shoes on, white Reeboks with no socks.
Mm.
And she was like, "What is wrong with your legs?"
Oh, wow.
My legs had ballooned up like about the size, they was bigger than my thighs.
Mm. And you didn't feel that?
I didn't feel it. Didn't feel it at all.
Did you feel like fatigued or tired?
Didn't feel fatigued, didn't feel tired or nothing.
Wow.
You know, the diabetes is a silent killer.
Mm.
Diabetes is a silent killer, man. Sometimes, you know, us as men, we don't like to go to the doctor.
Mm.
I don't care. You can be the biggest drug dealer, biggest gangster in the world, but shit, you get sick, you just like you literally just like oh mama, please, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to go. I mean, you just like the biggest baby, you know.
Wow.
You get sick. Yeah, and then didn't know, and I had to promise her when we got back into the States that I would go to the hospital and I would stay. And I did. And like I say, from 1992 up into, that was in 2010 when I we went on a cruise. And the crazy thing is, we weren't going to go on a cruise. We was going to renew our vows. But the crazy thing is I had got fired from my job. Didn't know why. Didn't ask why, but I was like, cool.
No, you didn't say cool.
Shoot. I went on home. Wife had a nice little stack of money.
Mm.
Then
so all of this was happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Losing your job, finding out that you had, what's it called, renal.
Went on a cruise, enjoyed myself, had fun, and got back home. Realized that when I went to the hospital, they said I was in the renal failure.
Yeah.
And my pastor, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my children, everybody was there, and they was crying. I mean, my pastor was boo-hooing. I mean, the handkerchief was like you could just wring it out. He was crying so hard. And luckily, one of my classmates was visiting one of the members of their church next door. And I was standing in the house, like, man, what's going on? I was like, man, I'm about to be admitted into the hospital for renal failure or whatever. He came and he prayed, and then he started to cry and everything. And the rest is history, you know. I mean, even my social worker came and we talked. She said, oh, you're going to automatically get disability. I'm like, cool. I'm at home chilling. And then that's when my vision started to go.
So was it a slow, gradual?
It was gradually. But then, like I said, once I went to the doctor, got some tests done, I had the laser surgeries, and the doctor that worked on my eye, soon as he went to the appointment, and as soon as he began to work on my eye, he stuck something in my right eye. I've never been able to see out of that eye ever since. But I can see out of my left eye at the time. And
were you still driving at the time?
was I still driving? No. She had already took my keys.
Oh, wifey said,
She already took my keys, man. And then, business started to go. Then in 2013, was it 13?
Yeah. Now, when all this is going on, you managed to take care of the house, per se.
Yeah.
Take care of your children.
Yeah. Take care of my children. Still was, didn't want to fall behind on the child support. Hey, take the child support out to Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pay my child support. Wife didn't have to work if she had a choice if she wanted to work or not. That was the choice that she wanted. If she wanted to go to work, she went to work, and she didn't. Oh well. We still had an income coming in, and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, man, they helped us out tremendously.
Yeah, family is important.
They would come get us. Hey, what y'all doing? We finna go out to eat. We ain't got no money. We ain't ask y'all all that. Just come on, put your clothes on, let's go. Yeah. When you do good about people, people will be good about you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would go out to eat. It'd be me, my wife, and the kids. People would pay for our food. Oh, your bill is already taken care of, sir. And they left a tip. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I know there's probably quite a few people out there that's waiting for a kidney, waiting for a transplant, and I heard that those lists be pretty long, you know, and man, that has to really sometimes weigh on your mental, I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, me, I'm a very patient person. I'm very laid back. I try not to let nothing worry me. You know, I try not to let nothing worry me. I just sit back and I just go with the flow. Like I say, they was in the room. I mean, they was in there crying. But I'm like, ooh. I mean, they was harking and spitting and snot. I'm sitting there in the bed looking at them like, man, y'all done signed me up. Like, it's like a death sentence. We gonna do this. I looked at it like I was a car. You know, you get your car changed, you keep that tune up, you know. I got to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go get this oil changed.
You got to get a kidney engine.
Yeah. Go do what I got to do, man. Make sure I start to eat right, you know, do my best to eat right. And my kids, man, they was amazing. I think they were more denial than I was. My son would always tell me, Dad, give me that stick. You don't need that stick. Come on, let's walk. Come on, let's walk. Come on, you can see. Like, son, I can't see you. But I need the stick. I need to take the stick, and I don't want to bump into somebody and then I'm out there getting beat up, you know.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things that people who are going blind is you have to go through that stage. Family goes through that stage where there's a denial. Oh, yeah, and but thank God for family and for His strength.
You have to have a strong mind. You have to have a strong mind because you have to always remember, family ain't gonna always be there.
Yeah.
And it's not that their fault that they're not there. They have lives of their own. They have their own families. You know, sometimes they'll stop what they're doing just to help you. And I've never been the type of person. Everything I did by myself.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was good or bad, I did it by myself. I didn't need no accomplice.
Accomplice?
Yeah, I didn't need no.
That's a word.
I don't want to have to do the snitches get stitches. They have, hey, when I go to jail, man, I need y'all to get them so I can get out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't do all that. I did everything by myself. But the good thing was I was a good kid.
Yeah.
My mom and dad and them didn't have to come get me out of jail. My daddy whooped. He didn't care where you was at. He gonna pop you upside the head. His motto was, when you clown at, that's where we gonna throw down. But I had my father in my life until I was 17 years old. My dad died of a massive heart attack in my arms. I had to deal with that. My sister passed away on my mom's birthday on Christmas. She passed away.
Your mom's birthday was on Christmas?
My mom was born on Christmas, and she unplugged the machine. That's what she wanted to do. You know, my little sister, it was just like a shell that was there. My sister had a massive stroke at the age of 8 years old.
Wait, father had a heart attack.
Yeah, my sister died first.
Okay.
My sister died first. She had a massive stroke.
At 8?
8 years old, yeah. She had sickle cell anemia. She had a stroke while she was at school. Everything, all of that. She had, matter of fact, that was the second stroke she had at school. And she was in the hospital. We was at Cardinal Glennon Hospital. That's a good hospital. We have some good hospitals here in St. Louis. Well, the children's, Cardinal Glennon and Children's. Good hospitals.
Yeah, St. Louis is known for the hospitals that's doing their thing.
I had the #1 pediatrician in the world. I had the #1 nurse in the world taking care of me. Yeah. The doctor's name is Dr. Santiago. His wife is still a practicing doctor at Children's Hospital here in St. Louis. I went to go take my daughter to the hospital, and diabetes running my ex-wife's, my daughter's, well, I call her my daughter. She's my stepdaughter, but she's my daughter because I raised her. Her dad's family. And went to the hospital, and we sitting down at the table. So everybody came up, the social worker come up, and the social worker kept looking at me, just looking at me. I'm like, why does a white lady keep looking at me like that? And she just stopped. She said, excuse me, sir. She said, what's your name? I said, Calvin. She said, do they call you Pee-wee? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I was your social worker when you were here. I said, wow, you still here. And next thing I know, I had like a fluctuation of doctors coming in the room. You're still alive. Everybody that had the same thing as you, they're no longer here. I said, well, I thank God for that. You know? Yeah. It's a reason why I'm here, y'all. One of the reasons is I love helping people. Despite how I can be sick, but I get a lot of phone calls. Can you help me? Help me talk about this, talk about that. You know, I enjoy helping people, giving people advice. I've been married 3 times. Don't judge me. 2 of my wives I still talk to. And I can help you on any level, married, single, children, no children, you know, grandpa, whatever. I can help you on every level, man. I just enjoy helping people, man. Yeah. And I enjoy letting people see everybody that I talk to. I remember I was with the ex-wife one time, my last ex-wife, and she was looking at me like, I'm like, why are you looking? With me being blind, I can tell when I'm like, why are you looking up the side of my head like this? She say, I can't believe I'm sitting in the car with somebody like you, a miracle, somebody that's a miracle. I'm like, it is nothing that I did. It's everything, I give it all to God, y'all. God did what he did. Every time I get real sick, I've been to the point of death. 22. I spent from November of 2021 to September, October in the hospital. Yeah. At Barnes Hospital. Steph can attest to this. I was from hospital to rehab, rehab to hospital, hospital to nursing home, to the rehab center. I was in there crying and stuff and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I'm looking for the, oh, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Stephanie said nothing. She said nothing. Nothing.
But I was praying.
She was praying. I'm gonna tell you how God worked. This one particular day, I'm in the rehab center.
Got
an attitude problem and mad at the world because I'm in there. And I'm like, man, God, where you at, man? Where you at? He sent Nevaeh in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what Nevaeh is. That's heaven spelled backwards. And then he sent
So these were actual names?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Nevaeh in my room. Then she sent Faith, who was my tech. Then he sent Joy, who was the vital tech. I said, Lord, have mercy, Jesus.
Yeah.
He know how to work.
So your medical team was named Heaven spelled backwards, Faith and Joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any last words?
Last words, y'all.
I don't want this to cut off on you.
Hey, trust God. Trust God. Trust God. When you don't think He there, He there.
Amen.
When He's there, He's there. They gave me twice. They gave me time, hours to live. One time they was gonna stick me. I couldn't get no blood. Shoot, they gave that. My midnight came at 5:45 in the morning. So they stuck me with that needle, boy. That blood came out. I seen that blood. I'm blind as a bat, but I seen that blood going through that needle, man. I seen that blood. What's up?
Nothing but the blood.
Yeah. It's nothing that we do, y'all. You gotta give it to God, and you help other people. That's where you get your blessing from. Help other people, pray for other people, and God will bless you.
Amen.
Y'all be blessed.
All
right.
In Jesus' name. Well, we're gonna wrap this up because my phone is like on two.
My phone is on two
battery, yeah. So it's gonna cut out. But this is Steph and Cal.
Holla at your girl.
Please subscribe, like. And if there's anybody out there who's just going through, feel free to send a comment. Maybe we can do a video together and just share share life together, you know what I'm saying? And we can help one another. So if you're looking for someone to talk to, maybe you want to do a video with us.
Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy.
Just holler back at Steph and Cal.
Holla.
All right. Bye-bye.